Hi, welcome back. It's Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm bringing you today's project out of a personal necessity. I'm getting ready to go for my girls' weekend away to the Flanders Hotel in Ocean City, New Jersey, and I do this annual trip with my girlfriend and other like-minded fellow paper crafters, and we go for a long weekend, and I'll go and make, I know it sounds crazy, all of my personal things I'm going to see that I want personally to use for the upcoming holiday season. So yes, this is for 2021's Christmas. I know it's crazy. I've mentioned before that my husband and I have a retail online business that's the Kristen's Great Finds, and we get so busy starting in basically August that if I don't do these things now in our downtime, I'm never going to have them ready for this coming holiday season. So I was, of course, eyeing up this wood slice die set from the Greetery when it came out. And when I found this on their site as a picture of how to use their Destination North Pole stamp set, I was like, this is exactly something I would love to do for a tag for my coming year. So I was really looking to start making this, and I bought the wood slice die and this Destination North Pole stamp and die set. And then it was like I started getting this stuff together, and I was so frustrated because nowhere was anybody giving you like the recipe or, you know, like the breakdown of supplies for this. And I was starting to get the stuff ready, and I realized I was missing a piece. So the piece I was missing was the special delivery. So I've decided to put this video together to show you how you can put together this tag. Now, this tag I did not put together, but I will tell you it is not much different from this one. I do have a card that I'm doing that uses these houses. So in the next couple of weeks, I will be doing a video that talks about this component. So if you are interested in this one, it's going to be a lot of the same. You can just watch the other video to see what colors I wound up finding is close to that. So having said that, here was the first pieces you need to cut out. This is just showing these two. I've cut out a second one because I said I intend to use it for a tag. So I've cut a second one out that I'm intending to flip over to the, oh, that's so deeply ingrained I couldn't tell which side. Okay, that's the back. I intend to just push it over or turn it over and just do the to and from. So if you look at it this way, I'm just going to put it in the back of here. And I don't think anybody's really going to notice that it doesn't match up. But, you know, if they do, maybe they shouldn't get my gift, right? Maybe they aren't gift worthy. But anyway, so to cut these out, I am a person who's done Stampin' Up! For years, and I've been transitioning out. I think I just mentioned that. So to me, I'm still using some Stampin' Up! Products, and this was the early espresso color of their cardstock. It is much darker than what they're showing in their picture, but you know what? Any dark cardstock could do. This was the craft paper from, I don't even know, maybe Recollections, maybe Stampin' Up! I don't remember. It's just a craft paper. I chose to do my pieces on an ivory paper because to me it just made more sense with the browns. I'm feeling that they probably used a ivory paper here with everything on white. So that is a choice you can make. But this is the choices I made. Was I'm going with craft and the early espresso. The things I wanted to warn though is when you get the die set, they're going to come with this one this way, but this is the inside that does this piece, and I chose to not cut that because I don't want to have to try and center this every time. But I know me, I'm probably not going to put it in the right direction because there is a little bit of like an indent here that matches up to the outside indent, and I know me, I'm just not going to remember, and it's going to be more frustrating. So I left them together. So probably because I left them together, when I go to put them on the paper to cut, the embossing wasn't showing up very deep. All you had to do was put a paper wedge on there, and I found it did a really good job embossing. It was not as deep as obviously the outside one. That one is so deep, but it was close enough, and I thought it was good good enough for my project. Again, because a lot of it's getting covered up anyway. So that was the first two. And then I did use some distressed ink from Ranger, Tim Holtz, in the walnut stain color. And I just did some outside, some on the outside, because I wanted to transition in from the outside ring to the inside ring. And like I said, most of this is getting covered up anyway, but still, you know, it really does make a difference. So for the back sheet, I'm going to just do it on this side. Again, a lot of this will lighten up, I have found, afterwards, so I'm not worried about it kind of being real perfect, because, you know, if you ever look at a tree, they're not real perfect anyway. Happy little trees. You know, happy accidents, as Bob Ross wants to say. So, you know, trees are not perfect. So for this, I just have some to and from. I don't even remember what stamp set it's from. Most of you probably have a to and from that's out there from some other set you have. I just used black soot. I tried to do some black soot on the outside of this, but you know what? It just didn't show up, so I wouldn't even bother. So that is getting glued on the back of this. Yeah, if my glitter art glue wants to come out. So that is just going on the back. And then, let's put this up. And then this is going on the front. Again, if you wanted to be, if you're one of those people that you know, like my ink isn't showing, or is not, you're not happy with it, you want it more smooth, you can smooth it out. But like I said, by the time you get through it, it's going to get covered up. So for me, having that, I then did, I just took a piece of ivory paper with a card front size, the 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I stamped and die cut this piece first. I stamped that using the Stampin' Up's Real Red straight on, and I discovered using Gina K's Warm Cocoa. This is my first time using her ink pads, and I'm gonna tell you, I was very impressed. I really liked it, and I'll do another video later as to why I did like hers. So this was just, here's the stamp set. The first stamp gives you what's in red. The second is what's going to give you what I did in Warm Cocoa. And I did use Stampin' Up's Stamparatus thing, otherwise known as the Misty, to get these two. So I did this, and I die cut it first. And then I went and I die cut these 5 pieces that are from the stamp set. The Love Santa is in the Real Red. I just die cut it and then used the negative to stamp that on. And then the package was in the 2 colors, as you can see, and it was like, that was a little bit of a challenge, was figuring out how I was going to do the 2 colors in light. So I did the package, there's 2 pieces, and I did this one in the Real Red, and then I took an old Stampin' Up color known as Lovely Lipstick, and I used the 2nd generation of ink to stamp the solid piece on there. So that was the 2nd one. So then the tree was another, you know, like I said, I die cut and then I did the negatives. That was her Gina K's Fresh Asparagus. Probably my new favorite green color. I'm just saying, it's beautiful. And then I did the trunk, and that's a 2-part one. So you get the tree is B1, and then the trunk was in Warm Cocoa in B2. So those were the 2 to get that. Then the polar bear was a challenge for me, because if you see, he's very, very light. And I thought, how am I going to get a color that light to show something for him, but not be very dark? So I used the Stampin' Up's Smoky Slate, and I know it's supposed to be a light gray, but you know what? It's still, I don't find any of Stampin' Up's colors to have a really light hint of colors. They're all very dark, regardless of what their hue is supposed to be. So I did a second generation of him with the polar bear, and then if you notice, they just have a dot on the eye and his nose. So I just took a really fine tipped Sharpie pen and touched up his eye and his nose on there, and that gave me him. I will tell you, it stumped me for a minute to wear the from the, so it's supposed to say special delivery from the North Pole, love Santa. Well, yeah, I told you, it stumped me for a moment. And it's this stamp that says greetings from the, and you cut off the word greetings. So if you look in this particular one, and I left it as a, I didn't get that, and it didn't matter because you just take this and you're going to cut it off here when it's ready. And I just did that on here. Actually, I think I put him, I think I cut that out there. So then the special delivery part is from the, told you this pretty postmarks, because I just assumed it was in the North Pole set, but it's not. It's in the pretty postmarks, and it's this one down here, and it's, you're only using the top half that says special delivery. I then used a punch to punch the circle out, and you know what, I didn't even bother trimming it off because it sneaks behind the North Pole and you didn't even use it. So that was how I got all of those components. And what I wound up doing was, after I got all the components stamped and die cut and all that, I kind of lined up the special delivery first. I just stuck that on. But no big science as to where it's going, honestly. You know, you can see I'm putting it on now, and it's actually higher than the other one. The North Pole I put down straight on. And what I did was, again, with the glitter glue, I kind of just followed along, but you're not going to get this perfectly on every letter. So it is still going to stick up some. And I say that because once you get this down, you can still tuck behind the tree, which is what I did next. So the tree goes, just sneak it right behind. And then what I did for him, again, I didn't want him up real high. So you can just take a piece of scrap paper. I am cutting up a good piece, but it doesn't matter. I just took a piece of scrap paper just to give him a little bit of height. I didn't want a ton of height. It's the same with the package. Just put that on there and stick him on. And like I said, you can just take the pen. I got the over 50 eyes. I need magnifying glasses with my glasses. So that was all you have to do for him. Real fast and easy. Like I said, trim off the greetings. Now you have from the, this thing is so tiny, don't even attempt to try and use any kind of dimensionals or whatever. You'll drive yourself nuts. Just throw it in there. It honestly, it adds that little bit you need, and that's all. But now see, the Love Santa is going to be part on and part off. I would, now that I think about it, I don't like the way it looks on my sample. Just stick a piece here on the Santa part. Again, just a little bit is all you need, just to make sure it kind of stays level, because I'm not liking, even, that's why I do a concept, because I find I do things with the concept to get it worked out. My other card that I'm working on right now, if I hadn't done the concept card and I went and just made them all prepping to go, I would have heated my final result, and that'll be another story for another day. But this one I would actually say is, you could do a dimensional if you want. I'm going to do 2 pieces of, these are going to be like, keep in mind, these are tags. People are going to just throw these away. As sad as that is, and they're my own family I'm talking about here. you know, no, I shouldn't say that. I do have some family that loves to keep my work, but I have other family that I know is going to go right in the trash. So, you know, I'm not going to go crazy on it. I just stick that as a little bit of a angle. I don't want to cover up my L, so let's just move him. So, you know, the tag itself is pretty well done. I didn't get this stamped perfect. I probably could have covered up that piece, but again, they're not gift worthy if they're going to be nitpicky like that. So I had to learn how to do eyelets with this tag. I think it was necessary because to try and double this up, I didn't want to do the paper reinforcer, so I had to learn eyelets. I didn't even know where you bought eyelets, I'm going to be honest. I wound up finding this at Hobby Lobby. So I'm making 18 of these tags, and I was finding like 12 here and 12 there. People were selling, and I needed black. So I found this pack, and I got it on their Paper Studio 50% off sale. So I got this for $2.99. I was excited because it met my needs. And I had to learn the crocodile for the first time. This was interesting. I didn't know this, that your crocodile actually has 2 settings until I clogged it up, basically. So yeah, you have like different settings here. Like, gosh, you gotta play with it, you know what I mean? Like, wow. So yeah, I learned about my, oh God, I'm breaking it now. Oh my, I broke it, I think. No, I didn't, I lied. It's gotta get back in there, there we go. So I learned about the eyelets. What I did notice here is they basically crimped the eyelet with the whatchamacallit behind it. I have, from Stampin' Up, some of this like thread, this linen thread. This is the new way of doing it. I'm really a big fan of this. But they seem to be, I'm gonna be doing this for the first time, so please bear with me. It looks like they knotted this here, up here, and then knotted it down here to get it around the eyelet. Because you had to, now again, this is my first experience, so don't be laughing at me. I'm probably doing this wrong. I actually made a hole first. I don't know if you have to do that. But, I think I don't need to do the whole knot thing. I think I'm going to just do this, put this in here. And again, this may be there may be an easier way to do this. I don't know, because, you know, I didn't Google how to use your crocodile before I did this. And it looked like you just smash this together. And yeah, well, see, that's why they did the knot, because now it's just kind of hanging in there. But hey, I'll give that one to my nephew. He'll never know. So that was how you did this tag. I hope this was informative, because like I said, I did not find much in the way of how to when I did this, and I thought it came out pretty close. You know, maybe you have other suggestions, by all means let me know, but that's what I'm planning to do in 2 weeks when I leave. And like I said, if you know they have complaints, they're not gift worthy, but I don't think I'll have any complaints. So I hope you enjoyed the video. By all means, let me know what you think. Have a nice afternoon.